Welcome back guys, Harry here, known as Tradesharpe, and in this video I'm gonna bring you a very special video, and this is a video talking about something that I experienced, and this is two main things that I changed to make price action trading work for me. But sometimes you still struggle and there are things that are gonna be difficult because that's how it works. So when I changed these two things is really where I saw my trading become from just profitable to excel to consistently profitable, which is the same goal that we share between all of us and is exactly what I wanted to achieve. So in this video I'm going to talk about the two things that I exactly changed in order to make that happen and to really help excel my price action trading and to make it work for me. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. If you haven't already, can you please do the YouTube business? You know the drill, guys. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, drop a follow so you're updated during the week. Latest videos, what's going on the charts, live streams, etc. All of that stuff is posted on Instagram. If you want to be a part of a community, a free community, check out the free Discord channel. That is a good place for you guys just to join and get access to all my resources, and all the official links are down below. Depending, you guys can go have a look. With that being said, let's get straight into the video and go to the charts. Alright guys, so as you can see I look a bit like an Oompa Loompa, but don't worry, bit of a tan going on here. The original recording had an audio issue, so I had to re-record it to get this content out to you because I really want to explain these 2 points because I think they're going to be very valuable and can help a lot with your price action trading. And I think these mindset shifts and the 2 points I'm going to discuss is really going to change the way you look at price action, and might be that flipping point, because when I started to view price action like this is where it really started to work for me and I saw continuous progression in my trading. So these are points I haven't talked about. If you guys do want separate videos on each one of these points that go a little bit more in depth, we can do that. Let me know in the comments. But the first point that I'm going to talk about here in price action trading is going to be basically, where are we trading? I think the biggest misconception people have is they think price action is super simple. It's just a bunch of support and resistance, and you buy above resistance and buy and sell below support. And I do think that a lot of people adapt this method, and you see it's a very common method to buy above resistance and sell below support, and people think that this is price action trading, but in reality this is absolutely where people lose, because this is the periphery of our ranges. So if we were to have ranges here, right, and we would say this is the periphery of our range, and then this is also the periphery of our range, this is where you're most likely going to get fake outs, because for price to reach these points, these become our targets. These do not become points where we want to be selling and buying above until we have the confirmation. And the confirmation is going to come from something that I think a lot of you don't understand in price action, is waiting for closures, but not closures on lower time frames, waiting for closures on higher time frames. So this leads into the whole point, understanding your higher time frame picture before realizing what's going on the lower time frame. And I think this is where people fail a lot in price action trading, is that they don't understand the higher time frame picture enough, and they're trying to chase moves on the lower time frame when the higher time frame hasn't set up. So what I mean by setup is that if you're looking to take, let's say, buys today, and we're on the 4-hour time frame, and you've done your top-down analysis. I have plenty of videos on how to analyze the support and resistance video itself. I'll have a pop-up here of that support and resistance. It's going to explain how to mark up. But if we're sitting here at 4-hour resistance, okay, and you're looking for buys at 4-hour resistance, and price has not closed above yet on the 4-hour, there's no guarantee that price is going to continue. Even if a 15-minute candle closes above here, a common mistake I see is people like, oh, the 15 closed above 4-hour resistance, let me try buy. In reality, no, you're buying the highs, you're buying at a strong resistance. You need to see more confirmation like support formed, and then you can go and rely on the next 4-hour to close above. But if we had a 4-hour candle already closing above that zone, like this, so if we had a 4-hour candle that drove up and closed above the zone, now we know the higher time frame is set up, and the probabilities is for price to do what? Fill the next range. And you have to view price action trading as trading from range to range, and I think people view it as support, resistance and trend, when in reality it's not support and resistance and trend, it's range to range. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw different sections, and this is how you have to view it. So if we're bullish today, you guys have to understand that price action has a lot of, I recommend you guys watch the 4-step strategy to understand how this all comes together. And of course it's a journey, but these two things really did help change it. And this video is more aimed at people who are looking to perfect and and excel their price action trading, but they do know how to trade price action with basics. So let's look at this as range number one. Range number one, we're going to make dark green here, right? So our first tradable range is from here to here. If we're looking for buys today, right? If today is bullish and we're looking for buys, this is going to be our first tradable range, because this is where we have our clean candles here. And our clean candles mean that we can take buys from here up to this range. Whereas people most likely will be looking for buys above the resistance because they're like, we need to get above the resistance. In reality, we can trade this range here. Then we need to wait for a closure above the zone. You're going to need a 4-hour candle closing above this zone to get your next continuation. So where's your next range? Your next range we're going to mark with another green color, lighter green. This is going to be your next range here till this resistance, right? So you have to view price action trading as trading from range to range, not trading above resistance and below support. So let's go have a look at an example or 2 or 3 examples of how we can implement this on the lower time frame. So first of all, let's go ahead and look at our bias today. So our bias, this is GJ this week. Previous daily close bullish and previous 4-hour has been closing doji, kind of bearish. We're in a mixed bias. Both sells and buys can make sense, so let's go make sense of that. So we know we're in the middle of the range here, and we know that we have till this 4-hour resistance on higher time frame to take buys, right? So if we know that, we can dissect and start saying this is all tradable range on higher time frames. I don't have to worry about anything until I get here, right? So if that's the case and price has been respecting structure since the beginning of the session and 4-hour candles are closing weak, right? You can see very clearly that 4-hour candles are closing weak, bearish here. We know, and rejecting from this zone here, we know that anything either closing above this resistance here or creating support anywhere in here, as long as it remains above this, we can trade this whole range here, right? And this can become a range to trade, because these are our clean candles that people are going to miss out on trading. And what's going to end up happening is that they're going to buy above this resistance, and then they're going to get caught out in a fake out. And then they say price action doesn't work. It's because price is pulled back. You have to trade what you see in front of you. But that story was all told from the higher time frame down. So the way you build that story is we started from the daily to find out that the previous daily closed bullish. This was a previous daily bullish close, telling us that's bullish momentum. Then we saw that this was a 4-hour rejection zone, but has created a range. So as long as we respect structure and support, price makes sense to continue up here, continue the daily momentum. And we know we have space still here to trade anyways. So we know if support is created, we'll be able to continue towards the upside here, no issues. Now for selling, I don't like the idea of selling. And this is another thing people have to understand. If the market's not in a position to sell, then you can't sell. Price action doesn't mean the ability to take every single trade. It's taking trades that you know work and you're waiting for your right setup. And in order for that, you have to have patience. And that's going to lead me on to my second point. And it's a point that a lot of you guys are going to be shocked at, is that you need to have patience in this game. Price action trading and trading in general is built on a lot of patience. I think people think price action is quick scalping and quickly taking trades, when in reality, it's spending a lot of time having profitable setups and using those setups to your advantage and waiting for them. And the biggest mistake people take is they try to take any option that they see in front of them, not the most efficient option. And our job should be to take the most efficient option of the day, not just the most random option or just something that we want to get involved in. You have to have specific setups, and this is when my price action trading really excelled, is when I just focus down on specific setups that we have videos on. We have the top 3 setups. All of this stuff I'm talking about in this video is provided for you on my YouTube channel. So when I really just sat down and said I need to stick to setups that I know that work, follow the same process every day and wait for that to happen, not see the market in front of me now and say like, oh, this is the market right now, let me make an excuses of how I can get in. So the way you design the strategy has to have the adaptability to be able to find a way in most market conditions, which is why developing a strategy is very difficult and takes a lot of time. But once you develop a method that is able to find an option in most market conditions, which is why I love price action, because you're trading exactly where price is now, I can come up with options, right? And my options are pretty simple here. Any supports created, I can take price up to here. Supports above here, I can take bullish. until the 4-hour resistance. Very simple plan, right? And for those who've been following the channel, you guys will understand that. For those who are new to price action trading right now, that might sound confusing. So I'd recommend you go and watch the videos that lead up to this video so you understand that. But my trading really started changing, and it started working when I said, hey, let me stick to these things that work and wait for them and make sure that I can take the same trades again and again and again. Because if I keep taking different trades, you're going to yield different results. And at the end of the day, price action trading is meant to be kept simple. And that is that. It's meant to be kept simple. The more variables you add, the more chance you have to lose the trade. And in reality, you have to add as minimum variables as possible in order for you to have less chances to lose a trade, and stick to that consistently and repeat that over time. That is the only way you're going to see progression. And once I implemented that, I started seeing more results, better results in my trading. And then I started to really be able to progress and push hard on risk, which is more important and is the goal that everyone should be striving for, is increasing risk. Because we can all take the same trade, but at the end of the day, increasing risk is what's going to pay you, right? So of course, that's a different topic and a different journey. But in order to do that, you need to have a strong standpoint, and you need to have something that you can trust and rely on. So at the end of the day, that is how that works. That is what I wanted to discuss. Those 2 points, just those simple 2 points, can really change a lot and help you in your trading. Hope you find these points useful and they can help you with your trading. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. It's just a quick 2-pointer, something to keep you guys on your toes and keep you guys progressing with price action trading. I wish you the best as always. And yeah, with that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. And if you're at the end of the video, I see you, just leave a subscribe, man. Come on, be part of the team. We're doing good stuff here. Come on, we're trying to help you in trading, so be part of it, and hopefully you can improve on this journey. Let's get it, guys. Hopefully see you soon. Peace.